Hello everyone, welcome to the TSI DX node installation demo. So you begin by going to the TSI co-op GitHub, go to the TSI DX node, and you can do a git clone of this git URL. Right, so I have got it already on my machine. Okay, and today I'm going to sort of walk you through the local installation setup. So the way we are going to do it is by setting up two Docker nodes and demonstrate data transfer between those two Docker nodes, right? So there are to begin with, so you need to have these four files. So this Docker compose YML is already there in the library, and there is a Docker compose P2P YML. This is primarily for your local environment, so that is also there. Then you need to create this env node A and then env node B. So node A is one Docker instance, we are calling it node A, and then there is a node B, which is another Docker instance, we are calling it node B. So the idea is to sort of establish data contracts between these nodes and also do the data transfer between them. Yeah, so this P2P YML is also there, and the environment, you need to create these .env files. These wouldn't have been checked in, so you just have to copy and sort of create it. I mean, in my machine I sort of already have them here, including the env node A, env node B. I have this Docker compose YML, and I have this Docker compose P2P YML. So you also need to have these four files. Yeah, and once it's done, the first step is you need to establish a shared network between those Docker instances. So here is the command, so I'm calling this as the TSI P2P net. So you just have to set up this P2P network. So now this indicates that the network is sort of set up, and then you can start these two nodes. So starting with node A and then node B. To start the node A, you just have to run this command. So it all loads up the database and the server, and I think it takes a few seconds for the database. Yeah, it's now done. So you have to do it for the node B also. Yeah, so both the Docker instances are running now. So you can verify the containers by doing a docker ps format. And as you can see, so you can see a node B server, node B database, node A server, and node A database, right? So you verify that these are there, and you can also verify the P2P connectivity by running this command. What this attempts to do is from node A it is connecting with node B, and if you see a message like this, success true, it means that your P2P connectivity is also there, right? So the moment this is done, then we bootstrap our nodes. So let me just close my browsers windows. So I will start off afresh. Um, so now I will go to the node A. So node A is running on 8082. So I go there and I set up the node A, and so node A is called node A South, right? And the public fully qualified domain name is the node A server 1. So the MTLS is running on port 8443. I will give it an admin user here, admin at nodea.org. So admin username. I'll give it a password, confirm the password. So establish. So I've set up one node and there is an admin credential, so I can log in and to my node A. Yeah, so node A I've sort of set up the admin credentials. So I'll have to do the same thing for my node B. And node B is called the node B North. Okay, so let's set up node B and pick up the URL. Node B is running on 8083. The node B FQDN is node B server 1. This again is on 8443. I will give a admin login on p.org. So let's call this as node B. Give it a password, confirm password. So my node B is also set. I can log into my node B. Yeah, so this is up and running. So the next step is once my nodes are up, I need to set up a MTLS connectivity for peer-to-peer data transfer. In order to do that, I need to generate a private CA, which is the certifying authority. As you would know, you can generate it using OpenSSL. So let me start with node A. So what I will do is I will go, and there is a separate directory I have called CRPS for certs. So I will create all my certs here. So see I created a node A raw, and this can convert it into a key file. So I start off with that. So node A key is also generated. Then I create a self-signed certificate. So here we need to give your node details. So country name IN, province is TN, locality is CBE, organization, let's call it as node A. So here, okay, organization unit IT. Common name here is where you need to give the correct FQDN. Here for the local setup, the FQDN should be the node that we had configured. Email admin@nodea.org. Yeah. So certificate is generated. You convert that into a PEM format. Yeah. So node A certificate and key is there with us. We'll do the same thing for node B. IN, TN, CBE, this is node B. Your FQDN is node B, so 1. Oh, sorry, yeah, that was the unit name, that's okay. So this FQDN should be node B server 1, admin at node b.org. Certificate is generated. You will also generate the PEM file, right? As you can see, you find the key and the cert for both node A and node B. We generated. The next step is so we need to activate these the PEM and the key files in the node. So in order to do that, so first let me get to the node A. As you can see, this is node A. Right, so you go to the node settings and you import this one. So you go to CRTS. Then you select the node A PEM, and then for the key, node A key. That's it. So identity is active, sort of apply. Right, configuration synced. Right, so I do the same thing for the node B. So I import the identity. So node B PEM and node B key, activate, identity active, then apply. Yeah, So hope this was helpful. To summarize what we did, we we cloned the TSI DX node, and then we started two different instances of Docker, one for node A, the other for the node B. And then we created we had set up the configuration, right? The admin configuration, the node name, the FQD and admin credentials for both node A and node B. We did that. And then because this data transfer happens through mutual TLS, two-way SSL handshake needs to be enabled. So for that we went and created the private key and the public certificate for both node A and node B. And finally we uploaded those certificates into those corresponding nodes. Yeah, hope this was helpful. Thank you.